In the XY plane, lines P and Q intersect at point 0, 5. Is the slope of line Q negative? And you have those two statements. Yep. Some time to try this one. Okay, so what's the answer, do you think? People, if the x-intercept of a line is negative, that tells you nothing, as we saw the first question, right? That couldn't tell you anything about the orientation of a line. But you have now another reference, this, that two lines cross at this point, 0, 5, that means here, right? This point, in this position, exactly over the vertical axis. So if two lines cross at that point, and you know that the x-intercept of line P is negative, that means the line must go something like this, because the x-intercept will be negative. So this is P, but is this, sufficient? The slope of line, P is well established from this question. Unfortunately, you know nothing about line Q, but only the fact that this line crosses through the point indicated there. So it could be, for example, a line similar to P, that is with negative slope, or in this case a positive slope. It could be like this, it could be like this, yeah, it could be anything. So this is not sufficient. When you analyze the second statement, which says the product of the slopes is -1, well, you know already that the lines must cross in this position, in this point. But two lines crossing there and having a product of slopes -1 means simply that the two lines are perpendicular, right? So it'd be something like this, perhaps. Thing is, yeah, you see clearly from this that it's very likely that while one of the lines has a positive slope, the other has precisely a negative slope, the opposite. The one question here remains, which one would be P and which one would be Q? You can tell simply from watching this diagram. So Q could be the one with a positive slope or the one with a negative slope. You can tell. Not sufficient. Finally, you have to combine the two statements. You have your coordinate system, you have the crossing point, and you have the information that the x-intercept of line P is negative, meaning P is something like this. But if the second statement is true at the same time, then the other line must be perpendicular to P, making that line Q, which clearly would have, negative slope. Notice the orientation, descending from left to right. So the answer to the question is affirmative, and it's unique. So the correct choice is option C.